Well, I mean, we've got a double whammy now because Ofgem's energy price cap is going to increase by 10%, all the way up to £1,717 from October. And a lot of you are saying, well, now that the pensioners have had their winter fuel benefit taken away, this is a double whammy. It's going to cost them even more money. Let's talk to Simon Francis from End Fuel Poverty's Coalition. Simon, a very good morning to you.
Good morning.
This is a bit of a hammer blow to a lot of pensioners today, isn't it? Ofgem's energy price cap. I mean, we were led to believe when Labour got in that they'd be saving us money on energy. Turns out that's not true.
Well, for older people, it absolutely adds insult to the injury of the winter fuel payment decision. Whilst the government's longer-term plans, such as the Warm Homes Plan and more cheaper renewables, they will start to bring bills down in the long term. But unfortunately, this winter, what we're seeing is an increase for all households on their energy bills, up to levels now 65% above what they were before the energy bills crisis started. But for older people, the impact is even greater because there is so little support now that is going to be available to most older people that what we've calculated is that this is actually going to be the most expensive winter on record for pensioners and their energy bills.
Yeah. So presumably for this winter, the winter fuel payment has already disappeared, right? So it's already been stripped out.
But for all but about 1.5 million elderly households, yes, the winter fuel payment is essentially no longer going to exist. And one of the big problems as well is there's absolute chaos in the Department for Work and Pensions in terms of administering the pension credit applications. So at the moment, if you applied for the pension credit, which is the gateway to the winter fuel payment, you'd be waiting about 9 weeks for a decision. Well, the cut-off for winter fuel payments and the decisions being made is actually in 3 weeks' time. So whilst ministers have admitted you will be able to backdate your winter fuel payment, obviously that is going to increase the amount of administration and bureaucracy that people are going to have to go through. So the whole system is a mess and the ministers just simply have not thought this through.
No, right. And I mean, at the time the announcement was made, a lot of people said that some pensioners might be able to apply for sort of pensioner credit because then they would be allowed to get the fuel payment. Is that possible for a lot of people to do, or is that kind of more complicated than it sounds?
Well, so as I say, I mean, but there are huge problems actually with the application process for that pension credit system at the moment with delays. What, though, people can do is still apply and then backdate the pension credit the payment. You need to apply before the 21st of December, but, really get onto it as soon as possible. We know there's about 900,000 older people who need to do that in order to benefit from the winter fuel payment this year.
OK, good to know. Simon, thank you very much indeed. Simon Francis, End Fuel Poverty Coalition, saying that if you want to apply for pensioner credit, you need to do it before December the 21st. It may not be an easy process. Tell us how that is, of course, and we'll let you know if we can be of any help to you. Claire says, morning, Mike, I'm sick and tired of these foreign criminals fuming about this loony lot. That's the 17,500 foreign offenders. We'll tell you more about that coming up in the next hour.